Okay, now we would like to introduce our own system, Inspector AX. Inspector AX is the system covered in 100% by our IT department. We have our own software developers. We have our own, let's say, team which cooperate with us from, let's say, the standard, obligatory standard point of view, how to manage existing installation, electrical and mechanical in EX zones. And maybe when we start description of the system, I would like to give you some information regarding the standards, because if we have good selection of the product, of the devices, explosion protected devices, we have good also installation on the object. This is the just part of the, let's say, the life cycle complete installation, because during the time we have to make maintenance, and maintenance for explosion proof equipment is very important, because good maintenance is valid if we have still explosion protected equipment or not, if we do not make any inspection during the time. A lot of information you can find, for example, in the operating manuals from producers, but you cannot find all answers for the questions regarding these devices, your devices. And we would like to show you our application which supporting the inspection and maintenance of explosion protected equipment. Some basic tasks of our system. What should ensure a system that facilitates the management of installed equipment? We have to focus on the three main points. One point is the passportization. Second, inspections. And last but not least, reports. This is the three main points regarding the management of the installed equipment in EX zones. Now I will give you more information about these 3 points. The passportization, we look on the device from the point of view of safety. Not functional, but explosion protected solution. We make the labeling of the nameplate. We have the 2 options. One is the barcode, and the second one is RFID. Creation of the electronic passport of the device from the point of view of safety. We need a lot of information like EX mark for this device, localization, what kind of EX zone, and the rest information, which I give you information for the next, more information for the next slides. Okay, the second point is the inspection. We use what is the important PDA mobile technology. We do not use the paperwork for this solution. And according to the European standard, we are ready to do visual, close and detail inspection for the devices, and also initial sample and period inspection for the devices, because it's obligatory from point of view of standards, European standards. And the reports. Reports is very important documents, general in electronic version, but also you can print out and keep in your archivum. And what is important with the electronic version, we have the direct and fast access to the requirement documents and current reports on request. For example, control authority. Fast access to current technical documentation also. I show you what kind of main elements are included in our system. On the first column we have the passportization of the devices. with making the passport of the device from the point of view of safety. We have the PC station for planning and management of the inspections. We have device inspection on the field. What is the very important? Our system requiring direct contact with inspected device. It's impossible to do just in the book, in the room, and fill up the, let's say, tables. You have to go on the field because you need the read barcode on the device. If you do not read it, you cannot start the inspection. And of course, reports, detailed and summary reports and technical documentation. Okay. Some words about description of application. As I told before, system used PDA mobile technology with barcode scanner. Of course, this PDA is dedicated for EX zones. It means it's the explosion protected device, and it's easy to go to the EX gas and dust zone and make the inspection. Includes the set of active electronic forms containing a list of questions. It means checklist dedicated for each device. What kind of explosion protected method it uses, what kind of technical, let's say technical requirement and other things are including in the questions in this checklist. What is the important? The checklist and the questions were developed in accordance with the base is the European standard 60079-70. And our knowledge, because we spent a lot of time and we have big experience in EX zones, general and equipment, also the good engineering practice, and of course it's some possibility to do any modification of the checklists according to customer requirements. And what is the important, active forms adapt automatically, creating a control program for the devices. The next slide is operating scheme. As you see, we have the two, let's say the localization is the central and network, different locations. We use the server, physical server, or server in cloud, virtual server. We use VPN, and we have the SAM station for planning of the inspection, for printing the barcodes, for adding new devices to our database. We have the one centralizing station, for example, for planning and scheduling of the inspections on the object or objects and installations, and we have some variants with the localization. The basic variant is the PC with one PDA or two PCs with two PDAs and some other different combination. And also we have the web reporting tool. It means for the, let's say, management, if management is interested, what is the situation on the object, what is the situation with maintenance, and would like to see some reports. Using the web and special login, they can just read only, looking for the situation very fast. Okay, some more details. I split these slides. And PDA technology, as I told on the beginning, we use the PDA, intrinsically safety protection. What is the important application for this small display? We do we do in this way to do very easy operation using, let's say, just one finger for operation. Because if we have not too big display, it's very easy with our application to cover all the questions and answer using the one finger. Okay, we have integrated barcode scanner on RFID. PIN verification for operator is very important. Every operator, each operator has own PIN, and after login, we have identification of the operator and also time it start. It's very useful tool for checking how many hours people need for the making the control and the inspection of the devices. Okay. Next one is PC application. Okay, this is the PC computer, which allows to manage the maintenance of the devices, creating the database of the devices, printing barcodes, modification of the checkpoints, questions, scheduling inspection of the devices, and some other things. Okay. The last part of the system, of the application, is the web application. As I told you before, we have some preview of the inspection reports by authorized persons, access to the device database, alarm list, and ability to add notes. What is the important? Every device has a linked lot of additional data. What kind of data? Like for example, ATEX certificates, EC declarations, operating inspection manuals, some drawings, pictures, and so on. And it's very easy to find what we really need to know about this device. Okay, so main points of our system is the automated electrical equipment and installation inspections, identification and passporting of devices. What is very important, a reliable verification of the status of the equipment. We really know what equipment is okay or not, what we have to do with this equipment. System requires contact with controlled devices. Clear and unambiguous inspection report. What is the important? Extending timeout of inspection according to the standards. Reducing the workload during the data processing, control optimization of working time, and of course, it's possible to reduce the amount of paper documentation because a lot of things we're doing in the electronic version. What kind of offer we are ready to give you? The inspector requires the implementation, of course, and adaptation for installation. We do not deliver, let's say, the CD or DVD with software and please play with this system on. We would like to help you from the beginning up to the end of the system. It means it's the complete implementation, adapting to your special requirements, and our help with, let's say, build of your database of the equipment. In Poland, we have references that our system is working successfully. On the power plants, we have, for example, in Dolna Odra, close to Stettin, 3,000 devices covered by our system. We have also some small projects and some other project in EDF group. 3,000 devices also with virtual server. Its system is work. Now system is ready for English version also, and if it will be necessary, we are ready because it's our system to make special version also for Lithuanian language if it will be necessary. Okay, thank you very much for this part of the presentation, and we invite you to cooperation. Thank you.
Thank you. Total Safety Commander, a few words about our safety management system, I can say like this. It's a superior IT system to protect your tank farm or chemical plant or refinery. Yeah, I can look for this. Okay, thank you. It will be better. Or your refinery from the fires, explosions, and leaks. And I would like to show you a few slides about it. What does it mean to integrate this information, to collect it together into one system? For example, you can put into Total Safety Commander all your safety systems. You can put all information about your firing systems, information from your cameras, from your linear temperature systems, from the gas detectors, and so on. Everything what is included into your thinking about the safety on your plant, you can put it all into one system, and manage it from one point. And also in critical situation when we have any damage and a seriously situation on site, we can manage firing brigades, managing the opening the gates, all the safety action we can manage also from this software. What else? We have some block functions. As you can see, the integration functions. As I mentioned before, any kind of safety instruments and information we can integrate here. Diagnostic functions, for example, for the valves, for the firing system valves on water, we can put the special function for diagnosis of these valves from times to times. Control functions, archiving functions, administrative functions, and firefighting simulations even. It's also possible. What else? What can do TSCOM for you to prevent any catastrophic events? It's continuous control and visualization of all the devices in the safety systems, built-in self-diagnostics. It allows to quick and accurate locate the possible faults on site. This is an example of the tank farm. It's a real tank farm near to Gdańsk, and where this software is installed and working well for 4 years. Next one, an electronic signature. It's next reason to use this kind of system because of the safety, because of responsibility of your staff, of your people. There is no, if you have this kind of software, it's not possible that something is wrong and everybody knows that and nobody takes the risk on his arms. In this situation, this person, real man, real human, take a risk on his arms because when he is starting his job today, he knows that something is wrong and his signature, it's electronically, he knows that. And he's taking the risk and the responsibility to make it better, to change it very fast as possible. And additional functions, for example, smart control of water supply network for firing system. It's very important because it's not used very often in tank farm, and sometimes we can forget about the valves, about the pumps, about the motors, actuators, and so on. And this software will remind us to check it from time to time, to be sure that everything is okay and everything is ready to make an action if somebody will be wrong. And that's all. That's a short overview. I know that all you are tired after all the day with us and all the day with our presentations now. So that's all from my side. If somebody is interested in some more details about TSCOM, we are ready to explain everything. Thank you for your attention. Thank you. Ačiū.
Thanks, Jarek.